In the ever-changing field of wastewater management, new challenges demand innovative solutions. Now more than ever, companies must respond to their customers' specific needs with quality products that feature innovative as well as proven technologies. With the Muffin Monster and the Auger Monster, one company has established itself as the market leader in wastewater grinding and as a provider of screenings removal equipment. That tradition continues with the addition of a new septage receiving system. With this new system called the Honey Monster, JWC Environmental once again extends its leadership in solids reduction and product innovation. The design of the Honey Monster septage receiving station is based on the award-winning Auger Monster technology, allowing cleaner handling of troublesome septage truck waste through separation of solids. The effective treatment of septage has long been a challenge. Once these organic biosolids have been pumped out of septic tanks and transported by vacuum trucks, some municipalities dispose of septage in settling lagoons or through wastewater treatment operations.
Prior to this septic receiving station being installed, we used to have the trucks come in and they dump directly into a manhole, and it would flow directly into the aerated basin.
Prior to installing the Honey Monster septic receiving station, we had just bar racks here, and the drivers would come in, they'd open up a valve on the back of the truck, the fluid would go out, they'd have to rake the bar racks. We'd find though that when we took down our wet well here, that we'd have a lot of rocks and grit in it, and then the aeration tank, which these pumps went to, we get a lot of rags in there.
This highly concentrated waste, consisting of rocks, rags, and other solids, is difficult to process. But the Honey Monster's innovative technology tackles the job. The Honey Monster provides better plant protection and cleaner handling of septage truck waste through the effective separation of solids. The separation process is enhanced by the Muffin Monster grinder, which breaks solids into small pieces. This ability, combined with the washing action of the auger prior to removal, sets the Honey Monster system apart from the competition. The process begins with the connection to the septage hauling truck, whose nickname, Honey Wagon, gives JWC's new product its name. The driver quickly and easily connects the truck hose to the inlet fitting using a typical 4 to 6 inch cam and groove connector, then swipes an authorized access card through the card reader or enters his PIN. With the press of a button, he starts the rotation of the auger and grinder, opens the plug valve, and turns on a spray wash system. The flow into the optional metal trap settles out rocks and, more importantly, any padlocks and other metal objects. The flow then passes through the Muffin Monster grinder, which uses cutters mounted on dual shafts to shred the solids into small pieces. From the grinder, the flow passes through a plug valve, which works in conjunction with an ultrasonic level sensor to regulate the flow rate of material into the downstream tank. The volume of the flow may be measured by a magnetic flow meter, an optional item that measures the flow and passes the information to the controller. The flow then passes into the tank, where a perforated screen separates the liquid and soft organics from the larger ground particles. The screened liquid passes into the waste stream through a 12-inch outlet. The solids begin the washing process as they start up the inclined auger. The combination of the spray wash and the run sequence of the auger provides effective washing of the solids. After the solids have traveled up the auger, they exit at the discharge point with a drier and cleaner appearance than discharge from a conventional station without a grinder. From here, the solids can be collected in a dumpster or our optional bagging device. JWC designed the Honey Monster to take up to 600 gallons per minute of flow. For a typical septage truck, grinding, washing, and dewatering of septage waste takes from 10 to 15 minutes to complete.
Before, when you used to pull in here and it didn't have the machine that had the auger on it, a lot of times we'd come here and there'd be a backup of trucks because of all the sludge, and sometimes we've had a bad load, and then we'd have to wait sometimes 15 minutes, half an hour before the pumps would go ahead and take them again. Now it's almost guaranteed with the auger working. If the load is a standard load, you're pumping about 420, maybe a little bit more gallons per minute, And so if you've got a full truck of 1,500 to 2,000 gallons, it doesn't take a mathematician to figure you'll be out of here 4 or 5 minutes.
The system is stopped when the driver presses a button on the controller. In addition, with the magnetic flow meter, the Honey Monster is programmed to stop a few minutes after it senses an empty pipe condition. The spray wash near the top of the tank is then turned on to clean the inside of the tank in preparation for the next truck. The optional billing system allows monitoring of septage flow, provides more accurate billing information, and prevents unauthorized use.
The card lock system is good in the sense that we get direct billing. We can go into the PLC, pull that information up, and bill them directly and know exactly how much they're dumping.
The system includes a magnetic flow meter, customer identification system, and transaction printer. Once the dump activity is complete, the system prints out a receipt. The data is also saved to an internally mounted floppy disk, or may be passed directly to the plant's data network using one of a variety of communication protocols. Like the Muffin Monster and Auger Monster before it, JWC's Honey Monster septage receiving station can be configured to fit your specific needs. The system is modular, and items can be added to meet your requirements for effective solids handling. The Honey Monster's innovative approach responds to the need to reduce the volume of solids prior to sending them to the landfill. The decreased volume translates into cost savings on every load. The removal of screenings also results in a more effective treatment plant.
With the Honey Monster, we're able to screen waste that comes into the facility and save money in terms of disposal through a landfill rather than the solids tangled up in our aeration system and removed as biosolids.
We have accurate flow measurement. We don't have a problem with rocks and grit that we used to have. We don't have to clean out the influent wet well like we used to. We've gone 3 months now, and our guys opened up the manhole, looked inside, and said, it's not nearly as dirty as it used to be every month.
I would recommend the Honey Monster to other plants because of the billing system with the card lock is much better than the honor system we used to use. It increases our revenue. We are low staffed at this plant. I am the only operator, and I'm sure lots of other ones. So it's a great benefit that way. The Honey Monster is low maintenance, and it removes lots of sticks and rags and particles before they get further on in the plant and cause problems.
The Honey Monster has really changed the whole concept of dumping, and even the time coming in, coming out. And I can't tell you how much money it really saves you in the long run. And that's really about it. It's pretty simple. Like I say, it's like pumping gas at a gas station.
JWC Environmental designed the Honey Monster in response to the latest challenges in wastewater treatment. With its intelligent design and award-winning proven technology, the Honey Monster septage receiving station extends JWC's leadership in solids reduction and product innovation.